Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about two different things. One of those are the projects that I have that need to be accomplished, and the second is why I have not bought any cars lately. I know that the world is going into weird places, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So, sit back, grab some popcorn, it'll be entertaining. Hey guys, John Engel here, and I've got some great news. Today we're going to fix that by installing a brand new double dim. So today we're going to do an oil change and replace those. I think we're going to start out with the second question, which is why I haven't bought any cars lately. It's probably pretty easy to figure out why, and that's because prices of cars have doubled, tripled, gone up astronomically. Now, most of you know that I am a professor over at a local university. I teach business, and let's be honest, I teach business communications, so I don't do accounting, finance, or any of the ones that really make you the money. However, I will tell you that I'm around people enough to know when something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And that's how I feel about the economy right now. I had been looking at Dodge Viper ACRs, like a 2008. They used to be somewhere between that 60 to 80, now they're going for 100, 120. I was looking at 911 turbos, 996 of course, and I could have bought one for 30 to 40,000. Now they're 60 to 80. Don't even get me into GT3s because I'd love to have one, but they're into a price range that I'm not willing to pay. I think that's really what it goes into. What are we willing to pay for things, and why are things going up? Now, we did have the pandemic where people weren't going out, they weren't spending money, so they have more residual money to spend, but that can only last for a certain amount of time. After they spend that money, there's not going to be another pandemic to rebuild that, or if there is, then this cycle will continue. I just don't know what's going to happen, but I predict, and here I go, that the economy will change and that things will have to go back down somewhat. I don't think that we're ever going to see the prices that we saw, because once a manufacturer sees that people are willing to pay more, they never try to go below that again. So this whole thing is one big bubble that will burst, similar to what we saw back in like 2008, 2009 when we had the real estate bubble and then people weren't buying houses. I think we're going to see that exact same thing with cars. Now, if you have a car that's for sale, sell it. If you are buying a car and can wait, I would wait. Now, with that being said, now that I've said that, every car will double and triple again, and I'll be stuck holding the bag. But that's really why I haven't been buying cars. Now, I still look every day, and we have bought a few cars just to flip. There's been a Charger in there, a BMW in there. I've looked at a few other low-end cars just to make a little profit off of, but nothing for me to bring into the fleet and to really keep. The other thing is, I have a couple cars that I would like to sell, but I really can't bring myself to do it, even though I know now is the time. I did sell the Prowler, the BMW Z3, so I felt good about that, but then I went back out and bought the Aston Martin. I would sell that for the right price, but I'm in it so good, and it is a beautiful car, even though it does absolutely nothing for me, I can't get rid of it. It looks so good in the collection. Anyway, those are things that I've been thinking about, and I know it's weird, they keep me up at night. I don't know what's going to happen with the economy, but I have a feeling a correction is coming. Now, whether that correction comes in 6 months, 6 years, I have no idea. But I am personally not willing to put my money into these cars at these prices and hold on to it waiting for it to fall. The other thing that's going on right now is the heat. Now, I built that 30 by 50 shop and I did not insulate it, and I kick myself in the butt every day. I was working on a budget. Everything costs money. As we go through some of the projects I have, you'll find out that I looked at spray insulation on that, $8,000. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing it. So I've got an idea that I'm going to do an insulation video where I insulate that building myself. We'll do some temp checks before I do the insulation and some temp checks after the installation, and to see if it actually made a difference and will it be livable. What I learned this year is I do not want to do anything in that shop during the summer. I swear to you, it's 110 at minimum and a sauna. So that's not going to happen. But I did want to show you some of the projects that are coming up and things that I've got that I'm going to be working on around the shops. So let's go ahead and look at some of the things that I've got going on. As you can notice, the Bentley has the hood up, the trunk open. I've got battery tenders in there to make sure that both batteries don't go dead. But if you notice right here by that tire, I am sitting low. It is not supposed to be a low rider, nor is it supposed to be that low. So what has happened is one of my shock struts, air suspension things has gone bad. And the reason why I only think one of them is because if I turn on the car, I can actually hear hissing over here. And right here is the actual top of this strut. And if you turn on the car, you can hear this hissing out of here. So I am hoping that it's just this one side because these things are not cheap, but I am going to have to do something about that. So the Bentley has been a little bit of a bad girl lately, but hopefully that will get her operable again so I can start driving her. It has been an amazing car for the 6 to 8 years that I've had it, and it really does need to be used, and I miss driving it. So that is one of the projects that we have to tackle. Another project that I really want to take care of is the fender here on the Ferrari. I'd really like to roll it. Now these do come with adjustable coilovers, so I can lift it up a little bit if I just want to do that. And I might lift it up about a ½ an inch, but I also don't want it to hit. Now it only hits if I go over a bump that is tremendous. So I don't really have to do a lot here, but I did buy the Eastwood fender roller, so I thought that I could at least get rid of some of that, and I think that would make that perfect. If you notice over on the side here, I did purchase a pinball machine and also a Galaga arcade machine. Now the pinball is perfect and works, and we've been playing this and it's so much fun. But I want to have a stand-up arcade machine as well. The Galaga machine works not at all, as you can tell by there's no real guts in it. But what I did do is buy one of these. So this comes off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. But basically there are 3,000 arcade games on this controller. So that controller will actually sit right here. We'll get a new monitor for this, and then it will be an all-in-one arcade machine, which is a little project that I'm looking forward to because I really want this to be finished and done. There are so many projects down here that need to get done, but this one's going to happen sooner rather than later because I want to play it. Plus we're going to paint the side, paint the front so that it's more of this black like on the other side over here, and then we can put some graphics on it, which will just make it look a little bit more fun. But super excited about this project just because I think it'll be entertaining and fun for me. I don't know if that's going to be on the channel. If you are interested to watch me do something with this, just leave a comment below and maybe I will record how I do it and what I do. One of the long-term projects that's never come through, and I've actually tried to get started on this, is this white wall back here really bothers me. It's just too white, nothing being done with it. I really want to do something over here. This should all be mural or graffiti or something just to make it look really cool down here. Obviously this white wall needs to stay because this is where I project my projector to watch videos and movies down here. And then this white wall needs something as well. I don't know if it will get graffiti and a mural or something on it, kind of like this one, but this one needs something just to tie it in with everything else. Also, I thought of a great idea of spraying the entire ceiling black, just to kind of make it fade in with the black that's around the wall. It might make the room a lot darker, but it will get rid of just looking like a basement ceiling. So those are some more projects that I've got down here. Last project for in here. This stock car has been in the garage for way too long. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, I have talked about why it's down here. And if we walk over here, yeah, that's some nasty damage. And I did put this into a wall kind of, so it's got a little more damage back there. Anyway, this one hasn't been used because of the damage. I feel like we could take the body off of here and use the frame that's in here, basically the roll cage and everything else that's in here, and make something fun out of it. Plus it's got just a normal V8 engine in there. It's not the NASCAR V8 engine. So I thought, if we've got an engine and we've got an exoskeleton, why not do something fun like throw nitrous at it until it blows up so that we can make it into a proper project? We'll have to see how that goes. That is something I definitely want to do and that I'm motivated to do. The heat in the south is just killing me from doing any work. And speaking of heat, let's go out to the main shop. Out here in the shop, nothing really has changed. It's about 110 degrees in here because this metal building is not insulated. We're going to get to that in a minute. There is the door from Paul's clips that was used at Super Lap Battle out in Austin, Texas last year. Super excited to have this. This is going to be part of the garage art. Just really love it. Can't wait for him to go back out this year and try again. We'll sponsor him again. Just super awesome garage art to have. As you can tell, we've got our new age cabinets back here, and they are pretty much the same, except that I added that slat board to it so that I could add things to there. Looks really good. But like I was talking about before, with the heat in this shop, I now need to figure out some way to cool this place off a little bit in the summer if I'm going to ever work out here. This year it probably won't happen, but over the next couple of months, my idea is to buy basically insulation boards. I was going to have this place spray foamed, but the quote came back with $8,000 and I didn't think that that was worth it. So I'm going to do the insulation myself. There will probably be a video on it, and we're going to see the before and after differences to see if it actually made a difference or not really at all. Alright, so I know this hasn't been my normal video. I've been away on vacation for a little bit, so I haven't been making them as frequently, but they will start coming back out. I wanted to show you where we are with things that need to be done, and I wanted to give you an idea of why I'm not adding more cars to the collection or going out and really buying big dollar cars right now, is because little dollar cars have become big dollar cars. If you've had any thoughts, comments, concerns of anything that I've mentioned today, or give me your theory, please leave those in the comments below. As always, hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you next time.